Today we are exposing 5 NFL equipment brands that are robbing you blind and 5 that are actually worth your money. Let's get into it. The Riddell SpeedFlex, the most popular helmet in youth and high school football, the one you see on every sideline and every sporting goods store, on every equipment rack from middle school to Division II college football. For 20 years, Riddell built its dominance on NFL sideline visibility. The brand paid to be seen. Coaches ordered SpeedFlex helmets because the name said NFL and the price said possible. Parents bought them because the name was familiar. Programs stocked them because everyone else did. But right now, there is something Riddell is not putting in the marketing brochure. In 2025, NFL and NFLPA added the Riddell SpeedFlex to the prohibited helmet list. Players cannot wear it in games. The league's own safety data ranked it among the worst performing helmets for head impact reduction. Not mediocre, not average, prohibited. Until you realize what that means for the hundreds of thousands of youth and high school players still wearing it this season, the NFL banned the SpeedFlex from the bodies of professional athletes whose health is protected by union contracts and legal departments. Youth players have neither of those things. Riddell's response was to keep selling it at full price to the players with the least protection. You are not wearing the most popular helmet in football, you are wearing the one the NFL just banned. The Riddell Speed Icon is the next step down in Riddell's consumer lineup. It is widely worn at the high school level and priced at approximately $300 to $400 at retail. Riddell spends more on NFL sponsorships than any other helmet brand. That money buys sideline presence, broadcast visibility, and the impression that proximity to professional athletes means something about performance. The Axiom 3D, Riddell's actual top performing helmet, sits at $900 or more. That price is out of reach for most programs and most families, so they sell the Speed Icon instead. It does not cost $900, and it does not make the NFL recommended list. But right now, the Speed Icon sits near the bottom of the Virginia Tech Helmet Lab safety rankings. It is not recommended not because it is old, but because the engineering simply does not match the price and the marketing. Riddell's solution to the SpeedFlex getting banned was not to make the Speed Icon safer, it was to keep selling both. Until you realize that Riddell's best helmet and Riddell's most common helmet are not the same product, they share a logo. They do not share a safety rating. Riddell sells the Axiom 3D at $900 to programs that read the safety data. It sells the Speed Icon at $300 to everyone who trusts the name. The name on both is Riddell. The data on both is not. The Riddell name is on the sideline. The safety data is in the fine print. The Nike NFL Elite jersey, $335 to $385 at retail in 2026. The one Nike says is closest to what players wear on the field. Nike has held the exclusive NFL uniform contract since 2012. That contract guarantees they are the only brand on the field. It also guarantees that every fan who wants to wear their team's colors is buying from one company with no competition. The Elite jersey is the premium tier, stitched numbers, vapor knit construction, the full production. Below it sits the limited at $150 and the game jersey at $130. Same team, same colors, the same number on the back of the same player. But right now, the game jersey at $130 delivers everything a fan in the stands needs. The stitched numbers on the Elite are visible only up close. The vapor knit construction is engineered for a body wearing shoulder pads, not for someone sitting in the stands. The difference between a $385 jersey and a $130 jersey is not visible from the stands, from row 22, or from the couch where most people watch the game anyway. Nike knows this. The price gap between tiers is not about performance, it is about the feeling of having the best one. Nike listed the Elite at $385. They listed the game at $130. The stadium does not know which one you are wearing. Adidas, the brand that lost the NFL uniform contract in 2012 and still charges you like it never happened. Since 2012, Adidas has had no role in what any player wears on any NFL field. No locker room presence, no uniform contract. What they sell now is branded fan apparel, team colors, league licensing, and a swoosh-free logo on a t-shirt. But right now, Adidas charges premium prices for that merchandise, $80, $100, $120. That put it in the range of Nike's actual game jerseys, which are at least connected to the current uniform supplier. Until you realize you are paying Nike jersey prices for apparel that has not been near an NFL sideline in over a decade. Adidas has not made an NFL game jersey since 2012. You are just buying a t-shirt with a team logo and a 3-stripe tax. The Riddell Axiom, Riddell's flagship helmet, the one at the top of their lineup, priced at $900 to $1,000. The one that actually performs at the level the Riddell name promises. And here is the problem. If you bought a Riddell helmet this year without knowing the Axiom existed, Riddell was counting on that. The Axiom is not what most players can afford. It is not what most programs stock. It is the helmet Riddell puts in the brochure to validate the brand name that appears on the helmets that actually sell, the SpeedFlex that just got banned, and the Speed Icon that sits near the bottom of the safety rankings. But right now, the Axiom functions primarily as a marketing anchor. It validates the Riddell brand at the top of the market. So coaches and parents trust the Riddell name when buying products at the bottom of it, until you realize what that means. Riddell built a $900 flagship so you would trust its $300 products. The safety ratings show those two price points are not in the same conversation. Riddell charges $900 for the helmet it actually stands behind. It charges $300 for the one it sells to everyone else. The name on both is identical. The protection is not. If you have been watching this and have not subscribed, here's the honest pitch. We cover what the equipment industry does not want you to read in the fine print. Subscribe. The next 5 brands include the helmet that topped every single position-specific ranking in the NFL's own data, and the shoulder pad brand that outfits more active NFL players than anyone else while spending almost nothing on advertising. Hit the button now. 5 brands that actually earn what they charge. The Schutt F7 Pro. No sideline sponsorship, no primetime ad, just the helmet that ranked in the top 5 of the NFL and NFLPA safety report in 2025. Built with 3D printed lattice construction for impact absorption that older manufacturing methods cannot match. Safety. Schutt does not have Riddell's sponsorship deal. It does not need one. It has something better. Schutt has been making helmets since 1935. They do not have Riddell's marketing budget. They do not have a $100 million NFL sideline sponsorship. What they have is the only top 5 ranked helmet that is available at the varsity level, not just to professional players. Only. The F7 Pro features the OctoFit system and air lock technology for a custom fit without tools or pumps. In the 2025 Virginia Tech helmet ratings, under the toughened new thresholds, Schutt helmets received multiple top-tier ratings while popular competitors dropped. It does not need that marketing budget. What it needs is the NFL safety data, and it has it. The Vicis 02 is the #1 ranked helmet for quarterbacks, offensive linemen, and defensive linemen in the 2025 NFL position-specific safety test. It is priced between $950 and $1,500. Expensive, but worth it for every player who can access it. Vicis builds helmets using a multi-layer shell that deforms on impact, absorbing both linear and rotational forces in a way that rigid shells cannot. The engineering is not marketing language. It is the reason the helmet tops independent safety rankings run by Virginia Tech and the NFL simultaneously. The Vicis 02 Trench was the first approved position-specific helmet in NFL history. The 02 Matrix ID holds the top quarterback ranking. These are not endorsement claims. These are the outcomes of lab testing designed to simulate real NFL impacts. Vicis topped every single position-specific ranking in the 2025 NFL Safety Report. That is not a marketing claim. That is the league's own data. Under Armour Blur, Smoke 2.0, the cleat that consistently outperforms Nike equivalents in independent performance reviews for speed position players at $20 to $50 less per pair. Under Armour built its cleats business without NFL's most valuable marketing asset: no swoosh, no Jordan brand extensions. They compete on the product itself, and for receivers, defensive backs, and running backs, the Blur Smoke delivers on the metrics that matter: weight, traction, lockdown, and lateral support. Lockdown. Reviews from elite high school, college, and professional players consistently rank the Blur Smoke among the top speed cleats available. Worn by multiple NFL players by choice, not just by contract. Under Armour charges $120. Nike charges $160 for the same position. The NFL players choosing the Blur Smoke are not doing it for a contract. They already have one of those. The field does not know which swoosh is on your foot. Choice. The Adidas Adizero Electric is the lightest football cleat currently available. Priced at $110 to $140, it is rated best in class for speed players across multiple independent reviews in 2025. Adidas signed Patrick Mahomes and endorses multiple NFL stars. But their cleat engineering does not inflate pricing to recover endorsement costs the way Nike does with the Vapor Edge line. The Adizero Electric uses sprint frame technology and a prime knit upper that competes with anything at twice the price. Independent testing consistently places it alongside or above Nike's top speed options at a lower price point. It is not the hidden gem, it is the obvious answer that Nike's marketing budget keeps drowning out. Nike spends more on one Patrick Mahomes commercial than Adidas charges for its entire cleat lineup. The cleat does not know the difference. If you are a skill player and speed is your position, the Adizero Electric is the answer the data keeps giving you. Douglas, the shoulder pad brand worn by more active NFL players than any other manufacturer. Not because of sponsorship deals, not because of advertising, because the PROs who have access to every option in the world keep choosing Douglas when the equipment manager asks what they want. Douglas does not run national ad campaigns. They do not have celebrity endorsers. They do not have a lifestyle marketing division. They make shoulder pads, and they sell them to programs that have figured out what professional equipment managers figured out decades ago. 85% of Division I. A college football players wear Douglas shoulder pads, not because of a sponsorship deal, because program equipment managers who spend their careers around elite athletes keep ordering them. Consumer prices range from $150 to $560, depending on the model and the position. They are available through specialty retailers and equipment suppliers, not at Dick's, not in the magazine spread. They are in the locker room of the team you are watching on Sunday. Douglas does not sponsor ads, it sponsors the shoulders of the players inside them. 5 brands charging you for logos, sponsorships, and the feeling of proximity to the game. 5 brands earning their price through engineering and safety, and the quiet confidence of equipment that does not need to advertise because the professionals keep choosing it anyway. The NFL equipment industry spends hundreds of millions convincing you that visibility means safety and that price means performance. The safety data does not agree. If you are buying for a youth player, pull the Virginia Tech helmet ratings before you pull out your wallet. If you are buying for yourself, the 5 brands in the second half of this video are where the value actually lives. Drop a comment and tell me which brand surprised you most. And subscribe. We cover what the equipment industry buries in the fine print every week. Know what you are paying for before you pay for it. The game deserves better than the marketing. See you in the next one.